Hey guys, Jack here, and today some delicious Battlefield 1 news and updates to sink your teeth into. Tomorrow, according to the Battlefield Twitter account, we'll get our first proper look at the single player of the game, and they posted this little teaser video too, only a few seconds, but I think that's two British soldiers flying a plane over some kind of fortress, foul fortress maybe. Unfortunate for that German soldier there who actually gets whacked in the head with one of the wheels. And one of the soldiers there is carrying a camera, taking some sick Instagram shots. In World War I, they used cameras to observe from the air and take pictures and gain intelligence. Did they actually do it this close up and upside down? Probably not, but it's a pretty cool clip nonetheless. No clues though if this will be only a cinematic trailer or if we'll actually get some gameplay footage from the single player. I think that would be nice to see. There was actually some more info about the single player too, found on the ESRB website. That's the Entertainment Software Rating Board, where they give age ratings to games, so as a responsible adult you can decide if your little 10-year-old Timmy will be horrified for life after playing through the campaign. And Battlefield 1 obviously scored a mature rating as it contains plenty of blood, strong language and violence. The rating summary reads as follows. This is a first-person shooter set in various locations during World War I. We already knew that the campaign was going to go all over the world, so that's nothing new. As players progress through the storyline, they assume the roles of a fighter pilot, armor crewman, rebel fighter and message runner in order to complete missions. Characters use rifles, pistols, machine guns and grenades to kill enemy soldiers in frenetic, realistic combat. Battles are highlighted by frequent gunfire, cries of pain and explosions. Sounds like we're getting into some real stuff here. Some sequences depict enemies wielding flamethrowers, that's flamethrower dude. Soldiers can be heard screaming while engulfed in flames. Players can also use knives or bayonets to stab enemies in stealth attacks, so some kind of stealth mission or stealth element in the campaign. Splashes of blood can be seen when enemies are hit, and one sequence depicts blood and corpses on a beach after a battle. I'm not sure which battle that's going to be, but there are a few choices. Also, the word fuck appears in the dialogue. Swearing is in the game. They did swear a lot during the war, obviously, and we've heard it in the alpha and beta. Quite lovely really, isn't it, that description? But at least 4 different playable characters mentioned there, and I think we've actually seen them all in previous trailers apart from the message runner maybe. Plane stuff, obviously the pilots. Armor stuff, the tank crew. Rebel stuff, the Bedouin female soldier, probably makes sense. Exciting stuff coming up, I'm sure of it. And as I said in a video previously that I made a few months back, I really believe that the BF1 single player has a great chance to be something special if DICE have nailed the execution. Drawing stories from a real war with real people, this could really tug at the heartstrings, and they've got all those urban myths and legends, stories and sacrifices, all those stories to tell. Fingers crossed it's a good campaign. Like I said, I've got hope that it might be. As far as I know, there aren't many single player games or stories set during World War I for video games, apart from maybe Valiant Hearts and a few flying games. Valiant Hearts, by the way, excellent game. If you haven't played it, definitely give it a shot. It's only a few hours long, but it's worth it. Also, thanks to a recent data leak from the BF1 beta, we've got a look at all of the dog tags that were found in the beta content, and this post is on battlefieldforum.net. Most of the dog tags in World War I were actually round like this, or oval, unlike the rectangle rounder ones that you see nowadays. But we've got all of the basics there, like levels, kits, tanking stuff, pilot stuff, etc. I really like the gold ones in particular. They look very cool. And then further down we've got the special dog tags, like if you've attended events or if you're on the dev team, being a DICE friend, a couple of exclusives there. Nothing so far that resembles something that looks like the Phantom program though, but in my opinion I really do hope that that makes a comeback for BF1, as it was most enjoyable for myself and a massive part of the community in Battlefield 4. There was something very special about it, and I have to say that it's interesting to see that a couple of other recent AAA games like Destiny and Overwatch are doing similar crazy alternate reality games too, with the Sombra and Owl sector stuff in those games. And talking of dog tags, I have some to give away to you guys. Not real ones, unfortunately, in-game ones for BF1. I went to EGX last week. It's a big games convention in the UK, and EA had a big BF1 booth there, and a very nice guy called Lee Williams, who is a social and community manager for EA, gave me 6 of these exclusive I Was There dog tags to give away. Now, as far as I know, the only way to get these in game is if you actually played BF1 at events and picked one of these up, I think. Maybe you'll have it if you're in the alpha as well, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not a normal dog tag that you can unlock in the game, I know that. And if you want a chance of winning one of these, then just leave a comment down below in the YouTube comments, and I'll pick 6 people at random and send you a message on YouTube, so good luck with that. Moving on, we've also got some detailed information about what will be available in the Origin Access and EA Access trials for Battlefield 1. So on October 13th, if you got either of those, you'll be able to play BF1 on your PC or Xbox One. So that's a lot earlier than the normal release date of October 21st. PS4 sadly doesn't have EA Access, Sony missed the boat with that one. You only get 10 hours of playtime, and you'll be able to play on 5 of the maps out of the 9, which are the following: St. Quentin Scar, Amiens, Sinai Desert, Foul Fortress and Suez Canal in the Conquest, Rush, Operations and Domination game modes. There's also a taste of the single player campaign too, with the missions Storm of Steel and Through Mud and Blood. Your progress carries over too, so if you decide in the future to buy the full game after your trial ends, so that's after your 10 hours have gone, all of your progress from single player and multiplayer will continue. You're not going to lose it. So it's like a limited slice of the game for 10 hours in total, and I think that this is a really good way of deciding if you want to buy the game or not. And this isn't an ad or a sponsored thing or anything like that. I just think that if you're undecided about buying the game and spending full price on it, it's actually a really good way of seeing if you're going to enjoy it or how it runs on your system before you pay the full price. So you can pay $5 if you're in the US or £5 in the UK, which is going to give you 30 days worth of membership on EA Access or Origin Access, and then play the game for 10 hours on the 13th of October. If you don't like it, then you can just cancel your EA Access subscription that you paid $5 for, and if you do like it, you can get it and get 10% discount of the full price as well. However, I would not advise you to pre-order the game, but I'd just wait until launch and see the initial response. But if you want to try the game out before you buy it, then what I've just described there is probably the cheapest and most cost-effective way of doing it. So I hope that's helped you out if you didn't already know that. I hope you're all enjoying the video content on the channel at the moment. I know we've had a bit of a break in BF1 news since the beta ended, but soon, like I keep saying, not long to wait now. I am actually really enjoying playing Rainbow Six Siege again, which I didn't think I would, to be honest. Like, I really liked the game when it came out, and then there were quite a few problems that became evident with it, and then they fixed those problems. They've added a few new operators, and I've been getting back into it recently and just playing it a lot more by myself. Just really enjoying it, to be honest. I only wish that they kind of released more maps and operators more regularly, but I know that the maps in that game are quite destructive and a bit different to other games, because most other games have static maps and you can't blow everything up in them. But if you're after a new first-person shooter in multiplayer that's got like casual and ranked matchmaking, then I definitely recommend Rainbow Six Siege now. I think it's in a good place, and there's a lot more videos coming up on the channel where I'm just playing the game and commentating by myself, or of course with the squad, which I think you guys really enjoy those videos based on the comments and the likes and the views. So thank you so much for watching those Rainbow Six Siege videos, and there'll be plenty more coming in the future. Also, I've got some new hardware to play with that I'll be making a couple of videos on. Alienware sent me one of their new 2016 laptops for this year, and it's exciting to me because it's got a proper GTX 1060 GPU in it, which is just nuts to me, and DisplayPort and a 120Hz screen on it. So we're actually getting to some really nice places now with laptops and, you know, small form factor technology for PCs, and I geek out about that kind of stuff. I'm just really into it. So there'll be one video which shows the performance on a few games, and another where I'm going to be doing VR stuff with the Vive connected to the laptop. There's a military game called Onward for the Vive, which looks pretty good. I've not tried it out yet myself though, but I did see a couple of other streamers and YouTubers play it already, and it seems cool. And that's about all for today, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down. Watch out on social media, on Twitter and on YouTube tomorrow for the single player footage of BF1. It's going to be very interesting to see. And of course, a lot of the developers are already tweeting out about it, saying that they've watched it lots and it's amazing. But we'll see tomorrow exactly what content is featured in that trailer. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.